Hold the door! 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 Hola, Geek fans! Welcome back. It's time for another Game of Thrones recap show. Joining me today is Jacob Tales. I'm Shane Goodrich. Let's just get right into this. This is Season 6, Episode 5. We're going to use our usual format where we go by location, because, they jump back and forth and it's confusing. So we're going to start out with the Wall. Littlefinger is back in the game. He meets Sansa, but things don't go so well.
Yeah, she just walks right up to him and is like, I don't want your help at all. I hate you. You left me with this horrible person that tortured me. But I think that she actually is going to, he's actually going to, force her troops, or his troops upon them, just to help them, because he wants some sort of redemption, I think, but I don't think that's his whole end game.
His end game is power.
Yeah.
And he wants the Game of Thrones, but
yeah.
I think what might happen is maybe they're desperate and they call upon him, or maybe they're losing the battle. There's a big battle at the end.
Yeah.
And maybe he goes, oh, hey, I got my guys with me here, right here.
Yeah.
You want us? We're right here.
Yeah.
We'll come right,
And Sansa's going to be like, fine, and then Jon's going to be like, finally, let's do it. Yeah.
Also, we see at the Wall more. I love seeing Tormund, the wildling.
Yeah.
He gives us in Brienne. He gives this amazing smile to her before he leaves,
and then she's just like,
"Oh God!" Oh, it is awesome. Otherwise, not much is happening at the Wall. They're kind of planning. Sir Davos is like, "We really need more troops." The Blackfish is back in town. Apparently, he might be able to bring his forces to bear, but not too much is going on. Let's move on to Braavos Arya storyline, which has not been my favorite of late. They did an interesting thing here. They showed a play, and it played out the events from the first season.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cleverly done, at least.
Yeah, we don't really get to see that much stuff, like lighthearted stuff like this on the show, especially with Arya's storyline as of late, because, it's just all been really dumb with her being blind and everything. But now that she has her sight back, they're starting to make it a little bit more interesting. They're trying to flesh it out a little bit more. And I like that play. I thought it was, interestingly done too. And then at the end, it shows that she was there to stalk out the people that were.
Yeah, she wants to kill the I guess there's been the price has been paid for the lead actress, the one playing Cersei, to die. And we also get a great cock shot in this episode, right in your face.
Yeah, they're like, here's your male nudity that you've been asking for, right in your face.
Followed up immediately by female nudity, just to balance things out, because Game of Thrones gives us everything.
Yeah.
This storyline, though, is still kind of not really doing much for me.
Yeah.
That was a clever play, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing that by the end she's going to be a full-fledged assassin.
Yes.
But that probably won't happen until the end of the season.
And I'm really waiting for her just to smash that waist head against the wall.
Yeah.
God, I hate that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand her. But whatever. Let's move on to more exciting things. We move to the Iron Isles, where they've had the King's Moot, and Yara is versus Euron.
Mm-hmm.
The names are kind of difficult to differentiate, but basically all this was is here's a speech, and whoever cheers louder wins.
Yeah, that basically was a cheering contest.
It was a cheering contest.
And he did make a good speech at the end. I kind of realized why they chose him, but also Yara, it showed her and Theon's relationship and how he's trying to help her become the leader, but it wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't happening, though. It was amazing how easily these people were swayed by his ridiculous plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go marry the Dragon Queen. Yeah, all right. Sure, buddy, you go do that.
Yeah, the dragon's gonna eat you.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that happen.
Yeah, I know. I did like that whole scene though, because I actually wish he had died when they drowned him, but
yes.
But I knew that wasn't going to happen. But I did like the whole thing, because they kind of have been downplaying the whole storyline with Yara and
it's always been kind of a side thing.
Yeah.
And now they finally actually mentioned the Dragon Queen. They mentioned bigger things.
Yeah, they're connecting it to the larger world of Game of Thrones, and they actually focused on it in this episode. That's what I liked. But I'm hoping that by the end of the season, he'll be there once Daenerys comes back to her kingdom, and then she's gonna probably kill him.
And then now I'm wondering too, is in a previous episode, and I'm not sure if it was the first or second episode, Daenerys' fleet was burnt, and they never caught who did it. Like they said, oh, is it the Sons of the Harpy? Oh, we don't know. We didn't catch the culprit. Maybe he burnt the fleet.
Yeah.
Maybe he snuck in with his crew and set the ships on fire so he can implement this crazy plan.
Yeah, because he's been out there doing a bunch of stuff. He said that he saw more of the world than any of his other people combined.
Right, and these are seafaring people who are all over the world.
Yeah, so he's been out there messing stuff up, and I think it's going to come back to bite him in the ass.
Oh yeah, they're introducing. They're finally giving us another like a male villain or like another like non-White Walker villain to focus on. Because really, they've been dying off slowly, and we're left with all the people at Winterfell, which is not shown in this episode, where you have the Ramsays and the Karstarks. But those people are kind of the center of your like human element villain.
Yeah.
Right. So now they're adding another bad guy who he's not gonna last. He seems like a character. He's a character set up for Yara to take down.
Yeah, he's also very much like a caricature because he's just like this dumb asshole.
Yeah.
He's very good at planning things out, but then they don't like. I don't think that his overall plan is going to work out.
Yeah, he's not marrying the Dragon Queen. He's not getting 3 dragons. That's not happening. Give up. You're done. All right, now let's move to across the narrow sea, and we see Captain Friendzone and Daenerys. They have a sad scene. He reveals to her that he can't stay with her because he has the dragon scale, or whatever it's called.
It's some kind of like it was those stone monsters that grabbed him and gave him that weird disease that he has. But yeah, that whole thing. I like seeing that. Like they finally revealed that to her, and she didn't say that. You're out of the friend zone now, but I want you to stay with me because you're my friend. I trust you more than probably anyone else.
Did you like that scene? Because some people said it was too melodramatic.
It was a little melodramatic. It seemed like it kind of belonged in a '90s drama, but I did like it overall. That it could have been more well acted out, but I like the overall message of it.
We do know that there has been at least one person cured from the dragon scale, whatever the hell it's called, and that was Stannis' daughter.
Yeah.
She had, you could still see the scars on her face.
Yeah.
She got the disease, and he cured her. So there is a cure for the disease. Jacob, is he going to get cured?
I'm tempted to say that he will, but I'm also tempted to say that he's going to find the cure and then die. Because, they just like to torture people in the show.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards he's going to find the cure, but of course something bad will happen to even it out.
Yeah.
Also across the narrow sea, we have Tyrion continuing kind of like they're just wasting time, I think.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get the population to be for him, not to revolt, to deal with the Sons of the Harpies, and now he's engaged the services of another Red Priestess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've ever seen another Red Priestess on the show.
I don't think we have.
Or other than Melisandre. So we have a new Red Priestess who, at first, I forget the other gentleman's name, his advisor there, the eunuch.
Yeah.
He's not too pleased about her. He's like, wait a second, your other Red Priestess says Stannis was the chosen one.
Yeah.
He's dead now. So what's your deal? And then she starts to talk about when he was castrated and how she knew these details.
Yeah.
How did you know these details? These Red Priestesses clearly have actual power.
Yeah.
Like they've shown it now very clearly now and again. I remember like in the the first season of Game of Thrones, and we're going to talk about this in a moment, how the first season of Game of Thrones is really almost like medieval drama.
Yeah.
Except for the very first episode, they showed a White Walker, and like the first scene, I think.
Yeah.
And in the very last scene, they showed the dragons. But throughout the whole first season, otherwise, it was medieval drama.
Yeah.
There was no magic. Any hints of magic were like, no, that's not really magic.
Yeah, all the fantasy stuff was all very like background elements that they just talked about.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't actually show that much of it, and then as the show went on, they really started like pushing that out there.
Right, and that includes with Melisandre. She saw more and more that she had real power when she created the demon child. Now she's brought back Jon Snow. And now I've really just been wasting time to get to this part I actually want to talk about, the meat of the episode. And that is we see Brandon, right, is the name?
Yep.
And Three-Eyed Raven, and holy shit, we learn the origins of the White Walkers.
Yeah.
The Children of Forest, those green people that you've kind of seen, not that too much of, really.
Yeah.
They probably have a bigger part in the book. They created the White Walkers because men were trying to kill them.
Yeah.
No surprise here.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! I loved how they connected that. I'm like, well, how did the White Walkers get there? Oh, it's because of men in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? And then, you fucking assholes!
Yeah.
You created these. You essentially forced them to create them, otherwise they would have been wiped out.
Yeah, but now they're forced to destroy their creation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now the White Walkers, because Bran he goes into his dream state, but the Night King touches him. Oh, that scene was so cool. When he's walking through the army of the undead, I was like, this is, I love the army of the undead. I like how like some of them have no eyes, and the ones that have eyes, they glow blue.
Yeah.
It's so cool looking. And at first they ignore him, like, and you see the White Walkers and like his generals, they're not paying attention to him.
Yeah.
And suddenly the Night King looks at him, and he turns around and all the undead army's looking at him.
Yeah.
And then they're coming for him. They're coming to that tree. They're coming to get him. And I was not expecting a set-piece action scene like this in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
When else have we gotten in the middle of the season an action scene like this? But this was straight fantasy.
Yeah.
You had the White Walkers, the army of undead versus like these elfin creatures.
Yes.
I mean,
throng firebombs.
Firebombs, and then the Night King. He showed he has some more powers. He has some earthquake ability. I'm not sure what that was, but he's got some more powers that he's on display. And the scene, I thought the scene was just, I was thrilling. I was captivated.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he gonna get out? Is he gonna get out? Is he gonna get out?
Yeah, it was very tense and very exciting, I thought. And then the girl that's there, I can't remember her name, but she kills one of the White Walkers
with the dragon the glass.
Yeah. So now there's only 4 or 3. I think.
Well,
3.
those are just the generals.
Yeah.
Because they've shown in other episodes other White Walkers that didn't have all the armor on.
Yeah. So now there's only like 3 generals now, but
I'm guessing he'll probably get more.
Yeah.
They don't really show. I don't know the exact number of the White Walkers, but they're obviously just 4.
Yeah.
Because other White Walkers have died, and then you see new White Walkers.
Maybe he has the power to like upgrade just regular whites to White Walkers.
But yeah, I don't know how it works.
Something like that. But that whole scene was really good, and then we get to the part with Hodor, like the girl's trying to wake up Bran, and she's like, we need Hodor, Hodor.
What did you think about? I thought her performance was stunning because I so believed her terror.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna like. I so believed that she was terrified and that things were about. And it was so close, so many close calls, and every motherfucker died to save Bran. I was so sad. Summer, another wolf died.
Yeah, I know.
The wolf sacrificed himself to save his master.
I think they just did that because they don't want to animate more wolves. But that was a really sad scene.
Right? Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah,
I was bothered by it. And then all the children of the forest, at least the ones that were there, they all died in pursuit of him. And then of course at the end, Hodor.
Yeah. But right before we get to that, another person died, Three-Eyed Raven.
Oh, the Three-Eyed Raven! The Night King killed him.
Yeah, and I really like that scene where they're in the past, and then he's just like, you need to go on without me now, and then he just turns to that weird black smoke.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I love how they made the Night King. They made him more of like a personality.
Yeah.
You know, last season they started the personality, but when he was like showing off to Jon Snow, like. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And here again, they show him like he's angry. He's looking at this guy. He's like, "I'm gonna take you out. You guys are all screwed."
Yes. And then we get to that scene that everyone's talking about where Hodor's holding the door. And they hinted at this earlier in the episode when the White Walker general grabbed Bran, that he interacted with him in his like
dream state. I'm not sure what you would call it.
Yeah.
It's trance state.
Yeah, and so it showed. Because at that time he was looking at Hodor's past.
Yes.
And it showed that he somehow has some influence on the past when he's in this dream state because Hodor heard hold the door, and that's why he says Hodor.
Yes. He went to like an epileptic seizure because it was in his mind, like it happened to him, and then of course he says hold the door. Eventually he gets Hodor.
Yeah.
Right. And at first, like the first few times he was yelling hold the door, I didn't catch it right away. And then I'm like, wait, it's gonna be Hodor. I get where this is going, right? And the terror, like of the guy, it was so creepy, like how he's twitching.
Yeah.
And then they show Hodor like holding the door, and he's getting stabbed.
Yes.
His face getting clawed. Like and again, the girl. I love the girl. Hold the door. You have.
Yeah.
Because I have no chance unless you hold that door. It's all over.
Yeah.
And obviously he holds the door long enough for her to get away.
Yeah, and that broke his past self's mind, basically. Yeah. And turned him into the Hodor that we knew, and now is gone. Well, unfortunately, that was a really sad scene.
Yeah, that scene, the whole sequence, it wasn't as good as like the battle at Hardhome.
Yeah.
But it had that same kind of intensity.
Yeah.
And I love when they use the White Walker theme, which has that weird eerie music comes in. It's because they show like the Army of the Undead and there's certain music, and then you hear this weird eerie music, and they do it right before the White Walker entered the cave.
Yeah.
You hear the weird eerie music like a White Walker's about to walk through the cave, and then he comes in, and he kills one of the children of the forest. But then, unfortunately for him, they have dragon glass, and they're able to kill him.
Yeah.
But that sequence was awesome, and it continues to confirm to me how amazing Game of Thrones is.
And now I just want to. If they had this in the middle of the season, I want to see what the final battle at the end of the season is going to be like now.
It's going to be that battle at Winterfell, and I'm hoping they use the giant to like walk through the ranks of people, just kick them around. Maybe takes a log and just smashes a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Don't kill the giant in that battle though.
Yeah, you already killed another dire wolf. Don't kill another.
Yeah, don't kill cool creatures.
Yeah. But now that Bran is out of this cave that he's been in for so long, do you think he's going to meet up with another member of his family?
I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah, not anytime soon, but maybe
he's gonna get to the wall.
Yeah,
that's what I'm guessing. But my question is, once he gets to the wall, does that curse or whatever of the White Walker's touch gonna affect the wall? Because the wall's magic.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it keeps back the White Walkers.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So is Bran gonna screw up more things?
It's at least going to make them follow him there.
Right. Yeah. Because now he has the brand. I'm guessing that means. The Night King will always know where he is. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But if he does, the Night King's going after him.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to lead to an awesome battle, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So this episode really is all about the final battle. I mean, really, they all died. All the children of the forest, the Three-Eyed Raven, Summer the Wolf, and Hodor.
Yeah.
Only the girl and Brandon are left.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just. Great. And I was waiting this season for when they would kill someone important.
Yeah.
You know, they killed that wildling that was taking care of Rickon. You know, okay, that's a big deal. This was just a slaughter of everyone, all to save this one guy, because he's the key somehow. We haven't really figured it out yet, but somehow he's the key.
So it's I'm really excited to see what's going to happen for the rest of the season, and you're right. Brandon, he's like such a essential character, but he doesn't interact with any of the other storylines at all. But I think now he is going to get to probably Jon Snow or one of those other central characters now. Yeah,
I'm really excited about the season. This season definitely has pushed the pace. It's moving faster than previous seasons, and I think if they did this earlier on, I would have been a little bothered because. At times it feels like maybe slightly rushed, but I feel like we've earned it. Yeah. Because we've had 5 seasons of build-up, so it doesn't feel like they're moving a little faster. I remember in the first season it took them forever to get from Winterfell to King's Landing. It took like half the season, right? And now there's something they're getting everywhere. I'm meeting Littlefinger and now I'm back at the wall. Now I'm over here. But I don't care. Yeah. It's awesome. We're looking forward to it. At the end of the season, we'll give you our proper review with the scores and whatnot. But anyways, this has been Geeks of the Movies, and we'll talk to you later. Oh no!